No, that's not even right. But, someone in that in that field. We also have fellow podcasters will be on the show as well. So this is exciting. My name is Scott Ackerman, and mid-April, episode 701, we are, of course, breaking off another hundo. Once again, we are breaking off our 8th hundo with this week's episode. And speaking of hundos, last week we closed out our 7th hundo with episode 700 and nothing. 700 exactly. And of course, a lot happening in the news since we dropped that episode. A lot going on, which, with what happened on that episode, everyone's been contacting us. Of course, we have to tell you, we have to catch you up on exactly what happened since we dropped that episode, but we don't have time for it today, unfortunately. We'll have to do that in a future episode because today's episode is just too packed, unfortunately. Too packed. So why don't we get to it? Coming up first on the show, we have an entertainer, and that has become de rigueur. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Anyone speak French here? Perhaps our guest in B Block may, but that has become the norm. I don't want to say norm in case he walks in. I have to toss him a beer, but that has become what we do in A Block here. We talk to entertainers, and this week is no exception. She is a marvelous comedian, author, and now the host of a new Netflix show, which is out now, called The Wedding Coach. I've known her for a long time, but she's never been on the podcast. If my records are correct, are my records correct? I don't know. We'll ask her when she comes on. Please welcome to the show for the first time, Jamie Lee.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? By the way, I say your name like that because you used to say your name like that in a joke.
I knew it.
Did you not?
Yep, I remember it. And I was like, wait, does he know that joke that I used to do?
Oh, yeah. I saw it many, many times at the old Comedy Death Ray shows.
You know what's really sad? I don't even fully remember how it went. I just know the punchline was me saying my name like Flavor Flav.
Look, if you can work your own name into the punchline of your jokes, that you're living the dream right there as a comedian. I wish I could reverse engineer jokes to just have my name in them. It's genius.
Yeah, it was a bit of a crutch, I think, but we've moved on.
I liked it.
Thank you.
I've remembered it for now a decade for some reason, but
it stuck. The people who saw it do say that to me a lot, so I really seeped into people's brains, apparently.
Welcome to the show. First time. So good to have you on. Of course, as I've mentioned, you were on the old Comedy Death Ray show many times as a younger comedian. I guess everyone's younger compared to now in the past. I can't even remember how long had you been doing comedy when we first got to know each other, when you first started doing the Comedy Death Ray show?
I think the first time I did it, I was maybe like 2 years into stand-up. Actually, the first time I ever did it, because I was working at Comedy Central. That was my first job out of college. And I had to come out here for one of the roasts. I think maybe it was the roast of Pamela Anderson or something. And, and I remember like leaving a work function to like go do your show. Like I just kind of slipped out and I was like, oh, I'm this company's worst nightmare. I like want to be a comedian.
I didn't know you worked for Comedy Central. What'd you do? Animate South Park?
Yep, that was what I did. Did all the little cutouts. No, I was in the publicity department.
Oh, PR, we call it.
Yes, PR.
Yes, thank you for co-signing that. And now the journey, I mean, from a 2-year comedian ducking out of work commitments and hoping she doesn't get fired by the Viacom Corporation, to now hosting your own show for the Netflix Corporation, in just a scant decade. That's gotta feel good.
When you put it like that, I'm like, wow, I really am working for the man. Yes, it does feel good. I feel really excited.
You're
to be
a cog in the
show.
corporate machine, is what I'm trying to say.
I am a cog. But yeah, no, it feels great. I'm really excited for people to see the show.
Well, I'm not going to brag, but I have seen the show, so let's talk about it. I have seen 3 or 4 episodes. I'm being cagey about it because I can't remember. But let's talk about it. It's out now. It's on Netflix, and there are, my arithmetic skills are correct, I believe there are 6 episodes. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yep.
So I've seen the preponderance of them, no matter if I've seen 3 or 4. It looks like you have a dog in the back.
I do. I have 2.
You have 2 dogs.
There's probably like a skateboard outside or something, and they're
okay. And do muzzles not exist anymore?
Do what? Yeah, no, they don't. Apparently, they don't.
All right.
Wish they were still trendy, but no.
So the sport, I was going to say the sports coach, but that's not correct. That's a sports coach is like a car, isn't that right?
Sure. Yeah. A sports coach. Yeah, that sounds right.
But you're not a car, you're a person, and you're hosting a show called The Wedding Coach.
Yes, I am hosting a show called The Wedding Coach. Yeah, because when I was getting married, I felt like it was just a really like unnecessarily stressful time, and I felt like no one was really talking about that side of it. Everybody was just kind of like excited about like, tasting cakes and picking out a dress and decorations. And no one was really talking about like the merging of families and how stressful that could be. So I wanted to.
And you literally wrote a book about this before you did a television show. And what's the book called again?
The book is called Wediculous, and I wrote it in 2016.
Wediculous?
Wediculous.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, what does that have to do with?
I do kind of mumble it like it's an actual word, and then I remember like, no, Jamie, that's not a real word. You made that up for the title of the book.
What do wood dicks have to do with getting married?
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
No wood dicks.
Unless you're, I guess, a wood nymph out there in the forest, but...
I mean, there are a lot of forest weddings, actually, so...
That's true. I mean, you probably know that better than the rest of us, but so you wrote a book about, I guess, not a self-help book, but tips and tricks?
Kind of tips and tricks, but also I was writing the book in real time as I was planning my wedding. So I actually was just kind of like journaling out all of like my anger and rage towards the wedding planning process. So it's part helpful, part just like honest account of what it's like to
just you venting
plan a wedding. Yeah, pretty much. And I wrote the book with Jacqueline Novak, who's an awesome comedian, and
she's
so
great. It
was really fun having someone who wasn't going through it to like talk to them about the experience. And
right. And is she not married, or is
not
she
married?
Not married. And
not
so
married.
she
has a boyfriend, not married.
Okay, well, I wasn't asking about the boyfriend. I'm not interested if that's what you're...
Has a boyfriend, back off.
I'm merely asking because I'm wondering about her point of view on the book. I'm not interested in dates or anything like that.
Has a boyfriend, they're very in love. They've been together 10 years.
Right. I get the hint. I'll back off. So you wrote the book, and then what made you say, you know what, people reading this... is not as satisfying as people watching me.
Well, I think the biggest thing was just that I watch a lot of wedding shows, or I have over the the course of my adult lady life. And
what are the wedding shows? You got Respect the Dress.
Yeah, say yes to the dress. But it is about respecting the dress. Yeah, and then I like your title. And
My Two-Time Wedding.
Is that one? That actually might be one. I wouldn't know. That sounds.
It's about a bride who's two-timing someone and gets married in the middle of it.
Okay, sounds very salacious. There's also like 4 weddings and a couple of other ones that are sort of these like big, like, I don't know, they've been running for like 15 seasons or something, but they're always like...
wedding shows are so popular. What about funeral shows? There should be those.
There's one on Netflix, I think, about a funeral home. It's kind of like a live action.
Really? What is that one?
It's like a I forget the name of it, but it's like a reality show version of 6 Feet Under, kind of.
Look, you should get involved in that, because I think, weddings, there's only so many weddings, and they all end one of 2 ways. You get divorced or you die. So you get the half that people die in, and then you're getting them coming in and going. Jamie Lee!
It'll be called Deathiculous.
Wood dick death.
Wood dick death-ishless.
Officialist. It sounds like a Harry Potter spell suddenly.
It does.
Written by that notorious turf.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I just felt like all of the wedding shows I was watching were very serious, and there was just no one trying to like merge comedy with weddings, and I was like, God, there's just so much comedy to be mined here. So I was really excited to like make a show that, not to like toot my own horn, but I was like, it's kind of groundbreaking. Like no one's doing it. So I'm excited to hopefully pioneer something.
I've seen less than a handful of episodes, or I guess it is a handful of episodes.
You've seen more than half. If you've seen 4, that's most. So you've seen most.
I've been thinking about it. I think I've seen 3.
I'm really glad we're getting these numbers straight for everyone listening.
This is
really
for the
important.
statistics.
Was it 3 or was it 4? We need to know. Yes, exactly.
But I saw the first one, which I have a question about that. Was that the actual pilot, the first one that I saw? And
what was the first one?
Okay, so the order that they gave me in the PR, behind the PR wall at Netflix, they gave me the one where you end up at the Improv and you're in a bachelor party.
That was the first one. Yeah,
that was the first one
we shot. Yeah.
I figured. Because it seemed like the bride, she had a UCB sticker on on one of her cartons. I was like, oh, okay, they went to a friend here.
No, actually, completely the opposite. I think that it came through sort of the traditional casting process, but then I remember like someone who worked on my show was like, yeah, she takes UCB classes. And I was like, oh, and I did notice she was like really funny and like, I was kind of just trying to be helpful, and then she would like have a zinger back at me, and I'm like, "Hold on, who's hosting who here?" Like, it was kind of throwing me off.
I was like, zooming who, but who's hosting who? Wow.
Who's hosting who? Yeah. So
that would be so funny if suddenly the producers came over to you after one episode and were like, "You know what?
We're gonna
You're not working out.
this thing out." Yeah,
the wedding swap.
The wedding swap. Yeah, we like the guests more.
That's my other question. I'll get to the other episodes I saw in a second, but sure. I've been trying to figure out the name of the show ever since I saw it about 10 days ago, and I keep saying to myself, the wedding something, and I'm finding it hard to remember. You reminded me it was The Wedding Coach, but in every episode you're wearing overalls that say "Bride or Die." Was that the title?
Yes,
and they forced you to change it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Am I allowed to say that? Yeah, fully.
Yes, you're allowed to say it.
Yeah. I really wanted it to be Bride or Die.
Bride or Die, I can remember.
Yeah, but there was like a whole thing of like, if you say bride, it's excluding other people, and we need something that's like a little more inclusive of everybody.
Well, your next show though could be Bride to Die, like with the number 2, because you're doing the funerals.
I'm doing funerals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's I'll bring it back to them and see what they say if we change.
Okay, great.
Or to 2. Yeah. I'll see if they'll be into it.
Well, I saw that episode, and then I saw an episode with our friend Fortune Feemster, who was there, and that was a really fun one. And then I saw an episode with a Long Island comedian, and no, I'm not talking about Alec Baldwin. I'm not talking about William Joel, although he is funny when you go see him, and he has like funny quips about being in the Uptown Girl video and all that kind of stuff. But there's this Long Island comedian, one of the only 5 famous people have come out of Long Island, and John Gabrus is the one that I'm talking about. And he went to a really interesting wedding with you. Talk about that one.
Mm-hmm. That was a Nigerian wedding in Texas. And they had a guest who was just a bit of a wild card. He was always like slinging really uncomfortable pickup lines at the bride's friends.
This is, by the way, this is the groom's best friend from college.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, best friend from college. And he was just like a little bit of a loose cannon, and they were nervous that at the reception he might do something inappropriate. And
I remember when you first met him, you came up to him and said, "Okay, what would be one of your pickup lines if you met a woman at a bar?" And it was something to do with his semen.
Oh yeah, that you know what, Scott? Fun fact: one of the less offensive ones that made it into the cut. I mean, my mouth was on the floor. I was just like, wait, what?
Hopefully not because of that semen, but
yeah, no, I know. I walked into that one. I saw it coming. I just want to let you know.
But so you have a wild card guest, and you think, you know what we should do? We should get comedian John Gabrus, and maybe they'll do the mirror, I Love Lucy mirror exercise, because they don't realize they're not looking at themselves.
Well, I was like, Gabrus is perfect for this because, like, I just need someone who can, like, bro down with this guy and, like, not, so he doesn't feel condescended to. And I just felt like,
he was perfect. And by the way, you know, there is one moment where, and he's ordering shots by the armful, it seems like.
Yeah.
He's ordering double jacks. and he's ordering them double Jacks 3 at a time. And John Gabrus says to him at a certain point, says like, "Hey man, maybe you should slow down." And that is the only part that made it into the show that I saw of John giving any kind of advice or help. Other than that, they basically just get drunk together and then they hang out after the show.
We did end up partying with him. I mean, John, I feel like John, that was probably like all he could do with that guy, because it's just, I think it was a little tricky to navigate because he was a drinker. So we were like trying to be cool, but also reel him in. But yeah.
Well, it's funny, but he didn't make an ass of himself as far as we saw on camera.
No, there were some moments too. Like we definitely were trying to curb his energy. So I think we succeeded.
Well, it's very fun. It's if you're into these types of wedding shows, you'll definitely like it. And even if you are not, I don't really watch wedding shows all that much, but my wife and I kept saying like, let's watch another one. And so we just kind of kept cycling through, and then we stopped at 3. But
I mean, it's
we
fine.
had to go to bed.
We made it through 3. Yeah. Blame it on bed.
Yeah, blame it on bed. But it's very funny. The wedding coach, aka Bride or Die, aka Bride to Die, is out there right now on Netflix. And Jamie, you can stick around for the rest of the show. Is that correct?
Yes.
Fantastic. Well, we have some other guests to get to, and we have a lawyer coming up. Have you ever needed the services of a lawyer ever? I'm sure they looked at your contracts for this Netflix show.
They did. Yeah. My uncle's a lawyer. I'm a big lawyer fan.
Well, big lawyer fan, that is good to know, because we have one of the best here. He has been on the show before. He is definitely has passed the bar if he calls himself a lawyer, although I don't know whether he has. I've never asked him this question. That might be our first question. Please welcome back to the show, Italiano Jones.
Scott, what is it? Scott, your email was so urgent. Scott, are you okay? Have you been injured? How much money will you pay me to fix it? I flew all the way here from Italy to be with you, Scott, in case you are hurt. Are you injured? Are you hurt? Have you been injured in a motorcycle truck accident? Have you been injured in a boat plane crash? I will fight for you, Scott.
I don't think I've ever been on a boat plane, let alone crashing one. So no.
You have never been on a boat plane? It was the exact type of plane that Theodore Roosevelt would ride when he would travel by sea. Have you been injured in one? Scott, what is the problem? Your email was so urgent.
I don't think it was. I think I was just asking you if you wanted to be on the show. But welcome to the show. It's great to see you.
Oh my gosh, I would love to be on the show. When does it start?
Oh, it's already started. Thank you for flying to Los Angeles just to be on a Zoom with me, by the way. I appreciate it.
I am staying at the Hilton Grand Los Angeles.
Oh, no, I'm not paying for that, am I?
Yes, you are. It is coming straight from Bang Bang.
Are these billable hours?
These are billable hours. Everything you're saying, I will fight for you. I'm fighting for you currently.
Okay, look, I can't have you on much longer than one of these hours that the show is, because I just can't afford this, okay? So if we creep up onto an hour, you're gonna promise me you'll leave, please.
Scott, I will be out of here as fast as you can say you have been injured in an accident, in a plane boat accident, a crash.
Have you been injured in an accident? That's relatively fast.
Yeah, it's not fast enough. I'm still here. Now,
okay. That's okay. If I ever say that again, that is your cue to leave, okay?
Okay. Scott, I have a question for you. How long do you need me? Because I have to go back to Italy. There's been a pool accident. Italians cannot swim, and they have built a new pool, and they have all jumped into the pool and jumped on each other, and they all broken necks and arms and legs.
When you say they all have, do you mean all people living in Italy have jumped into this pool?
All Italians have jumped into this one Italian pool, and they are all drowning.
Okay, well, no, you need to get back then. So please, before the hour's up, I'll say that certain phrase, and then that will be your release.
You will say, I have not been injured in a car, truck, or bus plane accident. I have. Okay.
I'll definitely try to remember that. By the way, this is Jamie Lee. I don't know if you're a fan of comedy.
How are you doing, Jamie Lee? How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you? I will fight for you,
Jamie Lee. I heard, I was listening to the beginning half, and I heard that a Nigerian man drank too much, and I will fight him for you.
By the way, this man was not Nigerian.
He was not, yeah.
We want to make sure to say that the problem guest was a problem because he was white.
Oh, he was white.
Yes.
He was white at a Nigerian wedding. How convenient.
I don't know why that's convenient.
Because you need at least one white man at a Nigerian wedding to bring the issues.
For compare and contrast.
For compare and contrast. So everybody knows where they are going.
Well, Italiano Jones, you, by the way, Jamie, Italiano is he mainly seems to specialize in car accidents, motorcycle, a big part of your business is motorcycle accidents. Is that right?
Yes, it is the biggest part. Motorcycles are death traps.
Why, I mean, the fact that you're exposed to the elements and you don't have protective shielding around you. Let's say that you are riding a motorcycle and it starts to rain. And so you pull over to the side of the road, but somebody drives by and shoots you in the stomach with a gun. I will fight for you. Okay. So has that ever happened to you, Jamie?
No. But last year I fell on rollerblades. Would that count?
You were wearing them and you fell down, or you fell onto rollerblades?
No, I was wearing them and then I fell down. So
Okay.
can I sue
work.
the rollerblade company for not providing correct stability?
the other way.
The other way will work.
The other way would work.
Let's say you were walking down the street and you fell onto a pair of rollerblades, and the man that was trying to help you up was the same white man from the Nigerian wedding, and he told you a dirty joke. I will fight for you.
And have you had any interesting cases recently? I mean, you're out there in Italy, and the country's been shut down a couple of times.
Recently, I had to sue somebody, Scott.
No, who?
Yes,
Yourself?
Me, myself, and Irene. Somebody was trying to take my crown as the tallest man in Italy.
Oh, that's right. That's a little detail I've forgotten about you. How tall are you?
6'5".
Which is not incredibly tall, but I guess in Italy that's
the tallest man in Italy. Me, Italiano Jones. It's a family name.
That's right. Whose family? Yours or someone else's?
The Italianos.
Okay, right.
Scott, how have you been? Have you been injured at all?
No, you've asked me that. I haven't been injured at all. I mean, my knee is still a little fucked up, and it hurts a little bit, but that's my own fault. It's not anyone else's.
How did you fuck up your knee?
Just from life.
Your knee, life fucked your knee up? I will fight for you.
Who are you going to fight, God?
Did you know that the Vatican is in Italy?
Yeah, it's pretty famously in Italy. It's in Vatican City.
I just found that out.
Oh, wait, how long have you lived there?
My whole life.
You never took that one left turn that got you there, right to the, what do they call it there, where the Pope lives?
The Vatican.
Oh, that's right, the Vatican. Well, this is incredible. Italiano, you can stick around, right? Because we have to go to a break.
Yes, I will be here, but I have to get back to Italy very shortly. But I know,
but I haven't said the phrase yet.
You haven't said it yet. That is correct. So I am forever locked in here.
Okay. Well, I want Jamie and Italiano. I want you here for our next guest, because our next guest is a little bit of a handful, and I have trouble navigating their issues on this show. So will you promise to stick around, and on the other side of this break, we're going to be talking to the, it's not even really a small business owner, but we've been having a lot of small business owners on the show this year. When we come back, we will have that small business owner. Also coming up a little later, we'll have two fellow podcasters. This is a packed show, everyone. We'll be right back with more Jamie Lee, more Italiano Jones. We'll be right back with more Comedy Bang Bang after this.
Periodic Talks.
Hi, I'm Gillian Jacobs.
And I'm Deanna Reasonover.
And we've got a new podcast called Periodic Talks, where we basically talk to scientists, engineers, NASA folks, and a bunch of really smart, curious people about cool stuff.
Gillian, I think most people would know you from your work on Love and Community.
And most people would know you as forensic scientist Casey Hines on NCIS.
So yeah, we're both actors. But what most people don't know is that we're both really curious and passionate about STEM. If we have a more diverse outlook in how we look at science and engineering and technology and math, then what else is possible?
Yes, I get so giddy when I get to speak with our guests. I get a chance to tap back into my curiosity, excitement, that I had as a kid about all these different topics. So come on this journey with us as we learn from some of the coolest, smartest people in their fields.
Periodic Talks is out now.
Listen on Stitcher, Apple, the SiriusXM app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Comedy Bang Bang, we're back here. Jamie Lee, the wedding coach, out now on Netflix. 6 episodes of hilarious wedding bloopers. That's what the show is, right? Just bloopers from weddings?
Bloopers. Yeah. Yeah.
Bloopers and practical jokes.
Funniest home weddings.
We also have Italiano Jones, who's promised to fight for us.
Hello, Scott. Hello, listeners. I will fight for you. Absolute Perry.
Wait, did you say Absolute Perry?
That's what I said.
Wait, or did you say ask for Luke Perry?
I heard absolute. Like
Absolute
Perry.
Okay, well, we'll never get to the bottom of this. But let's get to the bottom of our next guest. They are not a small business owner, but I guess an inventor is more of a way to describe them. They've been on the show many, many times. Please welcome back to the show, Entree PeeE Neur.
Hi, welcome to me. Hi, welcome.
Well, welcome to me as well.
Welcome.
Starring Kristen Wiig.
I don't know, Scott, because I heard what you said before the break.
Oh, no, were you on? I thought that we had muted our Zooms.
Yeah, no, you didn't mute it, and I heard everything you said. I heard what you said. Yeah, I heard what you said.
Well, Entree, you have to admit, we've had sort of a contentious relationship, even though we've sort of traveled the country together.
We have. Sir, I don't contend with you, though. I don't see it that way. I'm here. This is a business opportunity.
Right. How do you view our relationship? Merely transactional?
I would say it's transactional. There is no emotion towards you, none positive, I'll say.
Okay, because I don't think that I'm giving you anything in this transaction.
You're not
other
giving
than
me anything. A platform to try to make ends meet
Speaking of
for
which,
myself.
Platforms are rectangular.
They are. What are you trying? Is that leading, Scott?
No.
You can't lead me.
Jamie and Italiano, I don't know if you've ever met Entree PeeE Neur, but Entree basically comes on and pitches new ideas for inventions. That's safe to say. And the majority of them, 99% of them are rectangular. Is that...
Scott, now you talking about me like I'm not right here. Hi, Jamie. Hello,
Hi.
Italiano.
Greetings.
Hello. Pleasures and greetings to everybody involved. Okay. So, Scott, I do have some ideas I'd like to get off my chest today. And, I would love to get these off my chest because I don't have time to dibble and dabble with you and on your comedies right now. Okay.
Sure. No, I apologize for taking so long. In the future, when you're on the show, would you
I don't
like
know
me...
if I'm coming back, Scott. The way this has been going so far, I don't know that I'll be back.
Well, you can't fire me because I quit.
Okay. Well, so is this my show now? This is my show now.
That backfired on me.
Yeah,
I am the new host.
You want to be the host?
I would like to be the host of Comedy Bang Bang.
All right,
Now,
take over for me,
Italiano.
Italiano.
Okay, so the first thing I have to do is say a catchphrase. So when after the theme song goes off, oh no, and then I have to say, strap me up to the top of a van and make it loud. It's Comedy Bang Bang.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you're doing great.
Thank you.
I don't
Go
think
ahead.
so. I think, no, unfortunately, Italiano, I would like to have a positive relationship with you, and that was, with all due respect, bad. That wasn't good. That was
But
not,
you know, when people say all due respect and then they say the rudest thing possible mere seconds afterwards.
Well, I don't want to cut you off, Scott, but Italiano, Italiano, I got a question for you before I get into my inventions.
Ciao.
Now, baby, are you any relation to Michael
Ciao means
Tyson?
goodbye, by the way, Italiano. It doesn't mean go ahead.
Am I related to who?
Michael Tyson.
Michael Tyson?
Yes.
The famous of Tyson Chicken Farms?
Yes. And
She's
then
famous
the
for other things. Probably that's pretty low on the list.
and boxing as well. You any relation, baby?
Yes. That is a long lost American cousin.
Okay. You
Yes.
sound American, love. Okay.
Ciao. Ciao, do I sound American?
Okay, baby. All right. I need to get to my inventions because I do have an event to go
In
to
the
after
future,
this.
if you ever are on the show, would you like me to say your name and then immediately say,
in the future, I'd like for you to respect my domain. I work in the invention business.
did you,
And so
by
I'd
the
like
way,
to
have
be
you acquired the domains necessary for all of your inventions? Do you have EntrePeeNeur.com?
EntrePeeNeur.com is my website. I also have .org and .gov should anyone try to get it from up under me. Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, good.
So, Scott, first things first. I'm tired of how do you say, shitting
Well,
and
you're the one
peeing.
trying to say it, so go ahead
Okay,
and just
well,
however you
how-
want to say it. Just go,
that-
Go ahead, out with it, Entree.
Okay, Scott. Please let me talk on my platform. Please, you said you're giving me a platform, and you seem to keep taking it away.
I'm giving you a platform, but the platform has conditions, and one of those conditions is when you start a sentence, you know how to finish it.
Well, Scott, you'd have to give me the opportunity to finish it, love. Okay.
Well, I mean, all this dithering and going back and forth. How do I say? I mean, you can't make your second sentence one that you have no idea what you're about to say.
No, Scott, I don't want to cut you off, but
you didn't.
I don't want to cut. I don't want, Scott, I don't want to tell you to shut the hell up, but
you better not, Entree.
We're
going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem, Entree PeeE Neur.
Are we going to have a problem? Well, I'm in the business of problem solving, baby. That's perfect. What's our problem?
Our problem is you are going to tell me to shut the hell up. So what's the solution?
Scott, shut the hell up. What are you going to do?
Oh, okay.
What are you going to do? Nothing,
all right, I will.
Okay, exactly. So this invention, this one's going to be huge. I am absolutely tired of shitting and peeing just any old where. Okay?
By the way, you've already tried to invent the toilet on a previous episode.
Okay.
And you know what a toilet is.
Oh, damn it. No, I'm looking at my notes here. Baby. No, baby.
Look,
baby, I'm looking.
Here's another problem, Entree. Now you're just repeating yourself. It's bad enough every time you come on the show, you do the exact same thing every single time. Now you're repeating previous episodes?
No, Scott. It is Black History Month. Please don't come at me.
It's not Black History Month anymore.
We
are long past Black History Month.
It still is.
It's still Italiano.
It is
what
Black,
are we taking February through April now?
It's Black History until we get our taxes.
Thank you. Thank you, Italiano. Okay,
Ciao.
well, damn. I got something else for you.
Please have something else.
Since you want to tell me I invented
maybe we could reverse engineer this. Jamie, have you ever had a problem that you wish there were a solution for? You wish there was some sort of invention, maybe?
Now,
Entree?
Jamie, baby, keep it basic now for me, okay? Baby, keep it basic.
Entree is a basic bitch.
Scott, it is Black History Month and I can't do
Scott, it's not Women's History Month anymore. I can say bitch.
It's Black Women's History Month, Scott. It's Italian Black Women's History Month.
Okay,
no, baby, I'm not Italian. No, baby, I'm not Italian. Okay,
I take that back.
Go ahead. Jamie, please, what's your problem?
Okay. I'm tired of spending money on makeup because I feel like there's so many different products.
Perfect. Got you covered, love.
Okay.
Tired of spending money. Bitcoin. Have you heard of Bitcoin?
You stopped listening after the money part of it?
Tired of spending money. Bitcoin. Love, it's amazing. You don't have to hold it. You don't have to physically hand it to nobody.
Yeah. Jamie, are you into crypto?
Is it like Apple Pay?
Sure. Yes.
What about NFTs? Where do you land on NFTs? Non-fungible tokens.
Doesn't the band Kings of Leon have an album that is wonderful?
That's an NFT. Yeah, I mean anything can be an NFT. They're turning tweets into them. They're turning stage diving at one particular concert is an NFT now.
Mm-hmm. And anyone can be a BAB, basic ass bitch. Okay, if we doing that.
Now you're taking my jokes.
Is that what we doing, Scott? Because this is my show now, baby.
I'm sorry. Okay, but you are an inventor, and you just saying Bitcoin isn't an invention. And Jamie actually she kept going and she said she's tired of buying makeup, and that's truly her issue.
Okay, well, if that's your issue, the invention is don't wear it. Don't wear makeup. You don't have to wear it. You could just.
Let me just.
Let me just. I'd actually like to just.
You just first, and then I'll just us.
Here's the deal. Everybody is born. Everybody. Stop being nasty, Italian.
Okay. He said gestation, and as you said, everyone is born.
Everyone is born, okay? Every human is born with a rectangle on their neck, right?
Okay.
Am I wrong?
Yes. Are you talking about the actual neck as a rectangle, or are you talking about the Adam's apple, or?
Well, no, a rectangle on your neck, Scott. Stop trying to erase. You're trying to erase women, by the way. Talking about everyone's born with an Adam's apple.
No, I'm merely trying to figure out what you're saying. Are you talking about a birthmark or
a rectangle on your neck? What could it be? What is on your neck?
I don't. Jamie, can you take this to Italiano?
Yeah. A rectangle. In Italy, we call it Adam's apple a naranja.
That's Spanish.
That's an orange, I think.
An orange.
Child.
Listen.
Fill us in. What are you talking about?
Why is this so hard? See, I shouldn't be pitching to fools. Okay.
I think you're just talking about the neck. Is that right?
I have an interview with Oprah after this. Scott. So
Oprah's interviewing you, or you're interviewing Oprah?
I'm interviewing Oprah. Okay.
About what?
Wouldn't you like to know, love? Okay. So everybody here has a neck. Yes.
Sure.
Everybody has
we
a neck.
protect it. We respect it.
Yes. Okay. Protect your neck, love. Okay. On top of your neck. What is
Are you just talking about heads?
If that's what you call it, awesome.
You can't invent heads.
Who says I can't? You did. It took y'all about 10 minutes to figure out what I was talking about. And now you want to tell me.
So you want to come up with an easier head for everyone to remember?
No, I don't know. No, but I do want people to be okay with the rectangles that are on their necks. So you don't need to buy makeup. Makeup is a waste of money. You see where I'm going, Scott, because as much as you try to downplay my intelligence, Scott, I am very intelligent. I got into Harvard 3 times.
You're very intelligent. Yeah. Yes.
I'm very intelligent and smartsy.
In Italy, we call coffee intelligentsia.
I don't think so.
I don't know that you've ever been to Italy, love.
Oh, me? I got to go in 9 minutes. I got to go back.
Now, tell me what kind of person is named after this the country they're born in.
It's a family name. Like S.C. Johnson and Wax.
What's your first name?
Is the family name?
Yes, it's Italy.
Wait, do they reverse them in Italy? Like the first name is actually the last name?
Have you ever seen a Chinese basketball player in the NBA? You know, Yao Ming's name is actually Ming Yao.
Look, we only have, it looks like, 4 more minutes in the 1 billable hour that I can pay for Italiano Jones here. So let's do a quick pitch to Italiano. Italiano, do you have any kind of problem that Entree can help you with? And vice versa?
Yes, I have a big problem. I wonder if you can help me. Every time I fly to Italy, the plane never lands on the water correctly. Is there a way that you can fix that?
So it sounds, yes.
I look forward to your correspondence.
Well, the correspondence is right here, baby. Pay attention. So if you're landing on the water, it seems you should take something else with you to get you to Italy. Perhaps, Scott, please, I see you fixing your lips to cut me off. Please. Please.
Fixing my lip. I'm opening them. I'm pursing them.
Please let me finish, love.
Okay, finish.
So a big old wooden.
You can't ask me to let you finish and then stumble around this much.
Well, because you keep cutting me off and throwing me off. Okay, you keep cutting me off, and it is International Women's Month, and you keep cutting me off.
It's Italy in Women's Month too.
Okay, it's Italy in Women's Month.
Say what you want to say and say it. Speak from the heart and speak quickly because we only have like 3 minutes left in this billable hour.
This man is bossy. Okay, I'm not coming back to this damn show. So listen. Italiano, there's a big rectangle made of wood. You could take it, will float upon the water. It could take you. And so the plane don't land correctly on the water. I don't think it's meant for water. That's just a hunch I have. But there is wood you can put together in shape of a rectangle or, an open rectangle, if you will. And it can get you to Italy on the water and it will manage on the water.
That sounds amazing. You are a damn genius. If I book you to come speak at the college that I'm a professor at, Italy State, will you come? Will you come speak for my class at Italy State? I teach law. I teach law and law services.
Do you want to invest in my invention? That's really the bottom line here. I don't do speaking engagements. I don't even come here to do speaking engagements. I'm trying to get investors.
Oh, that's a shame.
So you don't want the invention?
I'll tell you in 2 minutes.
Wait, you're going to say it as the last thing before you leave?
Listen, baby, I know you need to go.
You want to let her down easy?
I want to know. I'll let you know. I'll let you know what. I know you have to go, but I'd like to pitch you one other thing that could help our communication. Perhaps you don't feel you have to make a decision immediately.
Please.
Here's the deal. You take a plastic rectangle. Mm-hmm. You put buttons upon the rectangle.
I'm listening.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Okay.
I'm listening.
You connect that rectangle to a wall. Because they're phone lines. I do know phones exist, Scott, so shut the hell up.
All right.
Okay. So
not
you
a
can
given
connect
with
that. Yeah, well, Scott, fuck right off. Are you allowed to cuss? Scott, are we allowed to cuss on this show?
I don't think you're allowed to cuss because you're a very religious person, as you've stressed so many times.
Well, I actually backslid, Scott. I
Oh,
backslid.
no, wait. You've been dipping into Satanism?
Well, that's a really far.
That's extreme.
There's something in between, Scott, which is a little.
Keith Raniere's cult is in between.
Yes, exactly.
So have you just been sinning a lot, or?
I've been sinning like crazy.
Which
but
ones?
We won't get into that. All of them. Fornicating.
Whoa.
Gluttonizing.
Whoa.
Lying, stealing, cheating, destroying. All
Murder?
of them. Murder. Yes.
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all.
Okay.
Buongiorno.
Italiano, please. The rectangle, the buttons on it. It will send. You can send me communication on paper via the rectangle.
Okay.
And it will arrive to me on my side if I have a rectangle.
Okay.
Is that your response? Okay.
He's gonna let you know. He's gonna let you know his response in just a second after I say a certain phrase.
Buongiorno.
And that phrase is, I've been hurt in a motorcycle accident, a car accident, or a boat plane accident, and I need your help.
Oh my gosh, I will fight for you, Scott. Ciao. Ciao.
Tell her your answer. Tell her your
Yes
answer
or no?
before you
Are
leave.
you going to invest?
As we say in Italy. Ciao.
Oh, no.
Oh,
He's
Lord.
gone.
Okay. Well, all
He's
right.
gone.
You know what?
I'm so
That's
sorry,
fine.
Entree. I know you were counting on
You
that.
set me up. This was a setup, Scott. I
was trying to help you the whole time.
This was exhausting. It
truly was exhausting.
Today
You're an
was
exhausting
person. I'm exhausted. You're exhausted.
You're combative. You're rude.
I'm perfectly pleasant.
You're not smart.
I'm what?
I don't say this to all my guests. But you have been a pill ever since you've come on this show years
because,
ago.
Scott, how do you think I feel? I'm sitting up here and I listen to you describe me as difficult to describe, and you calling me a small business owner. Nothing is small about my business, first of all. I'm making things that change people's lives.
You're not even an entrepreneur like your name. You're an inventor. You came on as an entrepreneur named Entrepreneur, and then you just segued into inventing things.
Well,
Your whole thing doesn't make any sense.
Scott, go to hell. What makes an entrepreneur? What makes
someone who has an idea, invests in it, starts their own business, and is successful?
So then I am an entrepreneur, love. I'm successful. You keep having me back. You can't get enough of me.
That's true. Okay, yeah, maybe I do like you.
And I don't want it, Jamie. I don't like to do this in front of you. I don't like to do this in front of you. You see, Scott brings that.
It's okay.
Hey, look, if you were on the wedding coach right now, and we're not getting married, Entree, but
I would never marry you.
Say this was a situation that you were in, and you have the cameras. What would your advice to us be?
I would, I've got to be honest. I feel like you guys shouldn't get married. I think that's probably that would be an episode where we would have to call it off.
Are there ever any episodes where you said, by the way, you shouldn't get married, and then you shut the cameras down and you walk away?
No, not shut the cameras down, but definitely, discourage them.
Okay, so we should not get married, Entree.
Yeah, and you fall into that
But
category.
Scott, I care for you. But I care for you.
Look, I'm going to go further than that. I love you.
Okay, well, I love you, and we built something here. You just gonna give up on it?
I'm sorry, but it just
because we
doesn't seem to work. Every time we're off mic, we have such a wonderful relationship, and we talk for hours, and then you get on mic, and you just start needling me.
Well, Scott, it's because
it's very triggering for me because of how my mother talks to me and all, so I apologize.
And I apologize. Let's do this. Jamie, will you officiate?
Please marry us right now.
Yeah.
I'm tired of waiting.
I don't support your union, but if you'll pay me back the money.
What are you, the Catholic Church? What are you, the Catholic Church? You don't support our union. Huh.
Oh, wow.
I read the news, Scott. I read the news.
Topical from a month ago.
From Italiano.
I know you think I'm stupid, Scott, but I do read the news.
On mic, I think you're stupid. Off mic, I'm your biggest fan and your biggest cheerleader.
Don't I know it? Jamie, please marry me.
Please marry us.
Please marry me to him.
Marry me to her as well.
Okay, guys. I don't think it's a great idea, but I will do it.
All right. Hit us.
Okay.
5, 6,
all right,
7, 8.
One singular sensation.
Yeah, it's a tap dance.
Mm-hmm.
Do you, Entree, take this Scott.
Ask him first. Jamie, ask him first, please, for my comfort.
What is this power move? Ask me first.
But it's International Women's Month, so I thought I'd go to you first.
And Black History Month. Okay.
And Black History Month, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead.
All right, I'll go first. I'm fine. Ask me first.
Well, no, I want to go first now.
Well, okay, fine. Pick one, Entree.
I'll go second.
Okay,
great. All right, go ahead. Ask me first.
That's your choice as an international woman. Okay. Do you, Scott, take the Entree to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I've decided I want to write my own vows.
Okay. Yeah.
Entree.
Scott, do you want to go first with your vows?
I do want to go first.
Okay.
Entree, from the moment that I first laid eyes on you, I knew that there was something special. Mm-hmm. I knew there was something different. I knew that there was a brain inside that head that didn't quite work the way that other brains work. Mm-hmm. And I knew that I just had to have that brain in my life.
That's right. Well, that could
until
be,
the end of time.
That's okay.
And being as you can't open up your skull and just give me the brain, I'll take the whole damn woman. Will you be my wife?
Now, I have a couple questions. Can I respond to the vows with questions?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, that's the whole point.
I would like to respond to the vows with questions.
Yeah.
I need to know, Scott, if given the opportunity to crush my skull open and snatch my brain out, would you choose that over marrying me?
Maybe, but how... who knows if that'll ever happen.
It's got a little army hammer, you guys.
Jamie, this is the one.
Allegedly.
This is the one. Yes, allegedly. We have to say allegedly. We don't want him to get sued, lest he need to call Italiano. So, okay, Scott, ever since I met you, you have really ruffled my feathers. You have done everything in your power to piss me right off. And it's worked. It has been contentious from day one. At no point have I ever felt actually connected to you, attracted to you, or interested in you. But because I'm a person who does not say no to an opportunity to make money, yes, I will do this.
Fantastic. Before you say we're man and wife, I just have this prenup that I need you to sign. It's rectangular, so you'll be really into it.
Well, I don't have something to sign it with. And
I have this other rectangle, a pen. It's more of a conical.
This is a very skinny rectangle. This is a skinny rectangle.
It's cylindrical. Yeah, you can call it.
I would just call this a stick. Okay, I'm not going to sign anything because
wedding's off. Wedding's off, Jamie.
Oh,
wedding's off.
Scott,
see,
I knew this would happen.
Please listen. I don't have my lawyer here.
Italiano left.
He left, and I don't feel comfortable signing without my lawyer.
Okay, wedding's off.
Okay, this has been a horrible experience, top to bottom, from the minute I came onto this podcast.
I don't love you anymore, okay? Stop trying to make this happen.
As stupid as you think I was acting the whole time, love.
I thought you were stupid, and I think you are stupid.
Wow. On International Women's Month. Wow.
Nope, sorry. Look, we have to take a break, but can you stick around, Entree? I'd love to have you come back after the break.
It would be my pleasure, Scott.
Okay, wonderful. We'll be right back with more. We'll have some fellow podcasters when we come back. We'll be right back with more Comedy Bang Bang after this. Comedy Bang Bang, we're back here. Jamie Lee of The Wedding Coach. She was unsuccessful in coaching us into our wedding, but that doesn't mean the show is unsuccessful on Netflix, because all of those end with a wedding, as far as I know. At least the 50% of the episodes that I saw end in a wedding. And it would be interesting if you did an episode that started with a wedding. And then it was like in media res, and then it went backwards and said, what led up to this?
I love that. Breaking format. We have some that don't end the way you would expect.
Oh, really? So the three that I've seen end in weddings, but yes. Who knows about the others? We also, speaking of weddings, we also have Entree PeeE Neur, who was my betrothed, and I think we're going to be like star-crossed lovers, like the immortal Bard once wrote about Romeo and Juliet.
Scott, no, we're not. Scott, you're a two-timer. I have taken a rectangle with a battery inside, and I started texting a kulop. And she seems to know you very well.
Hey,
She
baby, don't
seems-
worry about her.
You think I'm stupid? I'm recording this. I'm recording this whole thing.
Oh, wait, you're recording this? Shit.
I'm recording this whole thing and I'm putting it on the internet on a Monday. Yeah.
Oh, no, a competing podcast. Well, you know what? Speaking of competing podcasts, we have a couple of podcast hosts who host a competing podcast with us. And I know you don't know what a podcast is, Entree, but we'll explain that when they come on. They are the hosts of The Sports Dude. Please welcome to the show for the first time, Jeoff and Geoff.
Hey, Scott, thanks so much for having us on.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you very much.
I heard this has a good reach.
I'd really love to ask these two gentlemen a question off the rip.
Yeah,
Do y'all
really,
have-
like in the middle of them saying, thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Well, do
it's-
they- are they-
you know exactly who we are, so whatever you
It's
ask is perfect
it's
for us.
important. You know, no. Now, do y'all have colds? That's the question. Are y'all sick?
So you know what a cold
You
is.
sound
By the way, if you had an
invention,
invention that cured the common cold, that would be something.
It's just, I mean, my voice is a little worn out from doing so much podcasting.
Yeah, we're just recording ads, banking episodes, getting interviews in, so it's not a cold. God, I wish I had a cold. I haven't had a cold in a decade.
Oh, wait, why do you wish you'd have a cold then?
Because I
Just
have a fever.
Oh, okay. You wanted to break and
A
become
cold would be easier to manage.
Right. Which one of you is Jeff, by the way, and which one of you is Jeff?
I'm Jeff.
I'm Jeff with a J.
I'm Jeff with a G. Geoff.
Oh,
as
okay.
in go off, queen.
I think no, as in Geoff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Got thrown out of high school for
G'ing off?
For G'ing off in class. My cousin Jeff is the podcast guy, but he has me on as kind of a flavor.
I was
guy.
doing the podcast. We're talking sports, and I occasionally call up my cousin Jeff, and I have him on. And it's just sort of grown from there. And, you know, now I know it's a little early, but I'd love to plug the podcast right now.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
check
that's
out the
okay. Well, I
Sports
mean,
Dude.
yeah, it's the sports dude. You're the
That's
sports
right.
dude, Jeff?
That's
I'm the sports
Jeff is
dude.
the sports dude, and I, Jeff, am his cousin Jeff.
Oh, okay. And you're not on the show regularly. You receive calls from Jeff here every once in a while. Geoff?
Not regularly, but he does call me every episode, and I'm on them.
I call him every episode. He's on every single one. But yeah, semi-regularly, he's on there.
I guess if I say I'm regular, it changes the contract, the hosting contract.
I see. Yeah. What is the purpose of these calls? Why do you call Jeff over here, Jeff?
We just want to get his opinion on sports and his hot takes. He's usually got a really out-of-the-box take for a lot of sports stuff.
Yes. Scott, you a sports guy?
Scott, let me throw it at you.
I've been known to watch that orange ball bounce up and down.
Okay,
All
well, this
right.
is
Love
great.
that sport.
Okay. Well, if you were an NBA owner, what team do you think should draft Robert De Niro?
Now imagine De Niro. Is he like the Hakeem Olajuwon of basketball or acting? You choose, Scotty.
We're talking about Robert De Niro, the actor.
Robert De Niro, the actor, if he were to play in the NBA. Robert
Taxi
De Niro
driver.
as himself, star of Taxi Driver, War with Grandpa. If he was to join
Bad
the
Grandpa as well.
NBA,
2 grandpa movies.
what team do you think could use it?
You guys seem to know more about movies than sports so far.
No, we are. We are. That is the sports guy, and I'm his cousin, the sports Jeff.
Okay. Well, I guess, look, if you have to draft an actor into the NBA, Robert De Niro might not be the worst choice. He gets so into roles, he probably would learn how to be a pretty good player. So, but you're asking which team should draft him?
Yeah, because I think the Nuggets could use him right now.
The Nuggets are like the X-Men of the NBA, so he would be perfect fit there, kind of gold team.
In what
if you know
way?
what I mean. Well, they're made up of a group of different people who are all sort of an allegory for homosexuality or racism.
Yeah, they all kind of come together, and the coach really does have a Professor X vibe when he's sitting down.
Just when he's sitting down, meaning
And
that
his hairstyle.
So he's bald and he sits down occasionally, and you
sits down
liken him to
sometimes,
Professor
yeah.
X.
That's correct. And if we're talking Denver Nuggets or the X-Men, it's got to be the Sacramento Kings are the X Factor. We're talking Shatterstar, all the gangs there.
Dikembe Mutombo is a real X-Men name.
Yeah, you guys know a lot about comic books, it seems.
Look, we're just guys who know all the things. Guys,
sports.
We're talking sports here. So, what's your sport of choice there, Entree?
Entree.
Or Jamie, whoever, anyone. Yeah. Just shout out a sport. That's what we're talking about.
Well, my sport it's a little complicated.
That surprises no one, Entree.
Well, Geoff.
Go off, Queen.
Geoff, the go off queen. Geoff. So my sport is, are you familiar with circles?
We're big circle guys.
We love circles.
Okay.
If we're talking,
have you ever geoffed in a circle?
It's all circular because when the ends, it's really just the beginning.
That's deep.
Like a wedding ring. Shout out Jamie Lee.
We have Jeoff in a circle, which definitely brings up one of our sponsors.
You J-offed as opposed to G-off.
He J-offed, I G-offed.
I'm J-off with a J.
Mm-hmm. I G-offed with the G. It was in a circle, which brings us to one of our sponsors.
One of our sponsors, Splooge Builder. It's
what?
It's a pineapple-flavored serum that increases the amount of ejaculate that one can carry through their vag.
The amount and not the taste?
It has no effect on the taste.
We have not checked the taste.
Cool.
We have not checked the taste yet.
So just the amount.
I mean, we're just.
I don't know that the amount is ever something that is really people want more of. At least partners don't want
Speak
more.
for yourself, Scott.
It's
Speak
more
for
of like a quality over quantity type of thing.
Got it. Jamie Lee looking for quality cum. Got it. Write that one down.
She wants the quality, but if you're out there looking for quantity, Splooge Builder, it's got you covered.
Sports.
So we're talking sports. Who do you think should be the Green Ranger?
In the Power Rangers?
Power Rangers?
Yeah. It's gotta be Dennis Rodman.
Gotta be. I was going to say Tom Brady.
Okay, this is where we disagree. Different guys, different sports.
Okay, it's not even sports related.
Both could be the Green Ranger.
Scott, this is what the listeners love to hear us argue about stuff like this. He says it's Tom Brady would be the ultimate Green Ranger. I'm saying it's for sure Dennis Rodman. Anybody else, it's nuts.
The Green Ranger's name was Tommy, so having a athlete named Tom could eliminate a little bit of the confusion for the other Rangers.
Because they would be so starstruck by Tom Brady playing him that they would accidentally call him Tom?
Jeff, you're nuts, because the Green Ranger's a bad boy, and nobody's a bigger bad boy than Dennis Rodman.
All right, I gotta go with you on this one, Jeff. I subsede, I give up, I succeed, I do it all. You succeed. I subsede.
I have a couple of questions for both of you, because you seem to have a really good business plan here. Now, why is he J-off? Because he doesn't have an O in his name. So now we're just calling him J-off for fun.
He does have an O in his name.
I've got no Jeoff.
I'm Geoff.
I know you're And okay, now J-off, I suppose. Have you ever tried Flonase?
I keep trying it. I'm hooked on the stuff, actually. It's backfired. I can't get off of it. It's like chapstick. You try it once and then it just makes your nose more stuffed up.
Same for me. I'm up to a bottle a day of Robitussin. I'm having a bottle on the drive into work and a bottle on the drive home. I work in HVAC.
I take so much NyQuil, it keeps me up. I'm on that stuff.
NyQuil should put you to sleep.
It should knock my ass out. I am up all day long.
Oh, you're taking it in the morning.
I take it first thing as soon as I get up.
Okay, that's not how they recommend you take it.
Speaking of drugs.
Yeah.
Who in the MLB do you think is cocaine personified?
Daryl Strawberry?
The straw man. Great guess, Ackerman.
Yeah, great guess.
But you're wrong.
I actually think it's Mike Piazza. You're dead wrong. It's actually Mike Piazza.
Now, I rarely agree with my cousin Jeoff here, but in this case, it's Piazza, baby.
I don't know. I think we have a disagreement. This is like Piazzagate.
Oh, shit. Hey,
Is that where you go to the Met Stadium and scream, "Show me the pedophiles," and start firing rounds into the dugout?
Exactly.
Speaking of pedophiles, brings us to another one of our sponsors, the video game Sneaky Basement Boy.
That's great.
What?
Designers of the game, Sneaky Basement Boy.
Sneaky Basement Boy. It's a popular game. It is made by one of our neighbors to get kids to trust him into exploring his basement.
So your neighbor made a video game to lure children into his basement?
Promo code SPORTS. Type it in. Tell the sports dude sent you.
RTS. Sports.
Guys, you guys, have you ever watched a sports match or a game?
Love sports matches. Okay, here, all right, let's get to more sports trivia. Jamie Lee, you're a sports gal. You like baseball, right? Okay, Don Mattingly, is he or is he not taller or shorter than Jason Statham?
Mm-hmm.
Is he or is he not taller or shorter?
These are just
a quick
facts,
question.
and you're asking
Taller?
about or exactly the same.
Not to throw a curveball at you, but I think
you know what a curveball is, by the way? Do you know what a curveball is?
Yeah, I've been in a back room of a bar where everybody was doing curveballs. It fucked me up pretty good.
Okay. You're just a drug addict. You don't seem to know anything about sports.
Ben is...
Ben.
Who?
Ben is my dog. Get off my fucking leg.
Dog.
All right. Jeff over here. Oh, God. Good guy. Great fucking guy. I totally forgot what I was talking about when the dog came and attacked me.
Okay. Well, I don't know why you brought it up. But look, okay. Go ahead and throw your curveball at Geoff here.
Oh, well, now I remember. Jeff over here, he's like Clint Eastwood in that he has a little trouble with the curve. Worth it, right? Oh,
Yeah.
Quiet, Jeff. Quiet, Ben.
You forgot your dog's name.
It's confusing.
It really
It's two names to remember, love.
It's white men's names. They all kind of run together after a while.
Now, just for the sake of Brandon, I have an idea for y'all. I just
And
Who's
who is
Brandon?
Brandon?
That's another white man's name.
Brandon. Of course, Brandon Lee, if he were to play on the NHL, you know, you got to put him on the Blackhawks.
No helmet. No helmet.
It's the closest thing to the Crow.
It's the Clad. That's right. See, yeah, you're getting the hang of this, Scott.
Well, Entree, did you have something you wanted to say about Brandon?
Well, yes, Brandon. That's my son. I do have a son named Brandon.
You didn't tell me that.
I didn't want to. Does that change your mind about me, Scott?
So I will marry you?
How old is Brandon?
Brandon is 17 years old. He's going to be.
He's a little old for Sneaky Basement Boy, but he might still like it.
Okay. Well, I actually don't want him involved in any of this stuff because up until recently I was a Christian woman. So, Brandon Wise, Brandon Brandin. I thought maybe it would be wonderful. If you guys like this idea, by the way, I do need to be compensated. You keep saying promo code sports. What if you spelled sports SPEOTS? Just throw an extra E in there.
Sprates?
Oh. Sprates.
Kind of like Jeff? Like Geoff?
Oh, like Jeff. Okay.
Oh, so put an extra E in there, like esports. Esports.
Oh, esports.
Speaking of podcasts, I'd like to ask our gold members to continue listening. And if you haven't paid for a gold level subscription, please shut off the podcast.
Silver and below cannot listen to us on other podcasts.
It's just the honor system?
That's not a way to do business. That's not a way to do business.
You should invent some sort of internet site, Entree.
It could be a wall. And we call it a wall, a rectangle. We all know what walls are.
Sure.
And call it a paywall. Paywall. Yes, build the wall.
Speaking of walls, in the Game of Thrones series, what NFL quarterback would you want to be part of the watch?
And why is it Ryan Leaf?
Okay. There's one answer only. It's John Elway.
All right. And here we go again.
Quarterback?
Yeah, they're both number 16, but unfortunately,
I think you want a defensive lineman in there, don't you?
Okay, you want Junior Seau? That's fucked up, Scott.
We get Junior Seau and the Canadian Crippler on the wall defending the Night's Watch.
Okay, now I'm thinking you do know a little bit about sports because I don't know who they are.
Chris Benoit, the Canadian Crippler.
Chris Benoit, the wrestler.
Our favorite wrestler. He's a favorite wrestler over at the Sports Dude with Jeff.
Yeah. Oh, God, I don't know. How many listeners do you have?
That's the thing, Scott. We have not figured out how to check that yet. So we're unaware of how many listeners we have. But if we want to go by live tickets sold, we're doing a lot of live shows these days. A lot of meet and greets after the show and stuff like that. We're doing
ton of live shows these days.
Ton of live shows.
Busier than ever.
We're in Alabama
Big
this
venues,
weekend.
indoor venues.
Oh, no. Yeah, I mean, things are opening up hopefully soon, but I don't know if right now is a great time for you guys to be doing indoor venue shows.
We're doing meet and greets in windowless karaoke
during those?
We're shaking hands.
Hugging?
We're kissing
babies.
Kissing babies.
Tom Brady style.
Bring a graduated.
Do you know what that means?
Yeah, that's where you're getting a massage and your son comes in and kisses you on the lips on camera and you post it yourself. Yeah, no, I don't think that's weird. But
that's not weird at all. That's just being an athlete, and he's got the 7 championships to prove it. I wish my dad would have kissed me. He'd probably have done better in life.
I wish your dad, my uncle, wouldn't have kissed me so much.
Okay, well, you guys can have an off-mic conversation about that.
If you wanted one athlete to take a photo of you, who would it be? And why is it Tim Hardaway?
What situation are we in? Is it I see them on the street and I want a photo in front of a business that has like my name, like Scott's Pool Hall? I'm like, hey, take a photo of me under this sign. Is that
That's right. Yeah, you're at Scott's Pool Hall. It's like, shit, my name's Scott. I'd love a photo of me. This would be funny as hell.
You look over, who's there? It's the 1999 Detlef Shrimp.
I think anyone.
I don't know any other basketball players.
Any one of the 1986 Chicago Bears, maybe.
Okay, you want the Bears?
You want McMahon? You want
refrigerator,
Fridge?
maybe?
I would love to see what Ditka bust out.
Better hip hop group, the 86 Chicago Bears or the Wu-Tang Clan? You tell me.
I don't know. That's a push.
Is William Refrigerator Perry the method man of the 86 Bears? Call in now. 1-567.
We don't know. We don't have any
SPORTS.
Give us a call right now on
wait, we are
Bang
getting
Bang.
a call. We are getting a call. Okay, let's pick it up. Caller, are you there?
Yeah. Hello?
Hi. You're on Comedy Bang Bang.
Hey, you're on with the sports dude.
I'm calling Comedy Bang Bang. I was trying to call the sports dude.
Oh, no, the sports dude is here. It's a sort of crossover episode. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay, sports dude. If you're on the New York Giants,
go ahead, caller.
Who's the Falcon? Which one is a Falcon?
Which one is the Falcon of the New York Giants?
That's right. That's the question this guy's asking. He's curious. Which one?
I'm glad you came on, Jeff, because the question was confusing even for me.
I was confused.
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Which one's the Falcon? Which one's the Winter Soldier? Is that what you're talking about? More Marvel stuff?
Yeah.
Or are you talking like G.I. Joe? Of all the New York Giants, who would make the best Falcon?
Well, Giant starts with G.I.,
That's a great connection, Scott. Holy shit, my mind's fucking blown. And my mind falls out of my nose pretty easily because my septum is fucking rotted.
Yeah, I can see it trickling down.
Better chance of defeating Cobra. Is it G.I. Joe or G.I. Ants? Or the Giants?
And Cobra meaning the insurance that you got if you're ever fired from your job?
Cobra Commander, the guy who says,
you can keep your old policy for the same amount of money.
Great question, caller. Makes me think of another question.
I'm confused. Jamie, Entree, back me up on this. Is this as confusing to you as it is to me?
Very confusing, Scott. And as a person who communicates very clearly, I'm having a hard time following y'all.
Maybe we just don't know enough about sports.
I think that's
it's got to be the sports thing.
Who would make it in the NHL, National Hockey League? A Bug's Life or Ants?
Well, Ants is probably canceled because of the whole...
I can separate the artistic merit of Ants away from, the bad baggage that comes with Woody, all right? This controversial call, but I think we all have to honor the great things Ants has provided us as a society, as humanity.
Which brings us to our next ad. Check out the film Baby Driver. Use promo code SPORTS to download the Blu-ray. High quality.
To download a Blu-ray.
4K ultraviolet download. Use promo code SPORTS. Get 25% off Baby Driver. Starring friend of the show, Kevin Spacey.
No, friend of your show, maybe.
Fourth quarter, 4th and 10, 11-yard line. Who are you throwing the ball to? Your wide receivers are Nightcrawler.
Probably Nightcrawler, because
you want Nightcrawler?
He can just bamf into the end zone. If you hit him anywhere downfield.
But what if it has to be someone from the Masters of the Universe canon?
Skeletor, probably, because everyone's going to be too scared of his skeleton body to tackle him.
You're throwing a Hail Mary.
That's a hot take.
Hot take, Ackerman. You're throwing a Hail Mary. You're sending Skeletor, Man
You're
at
on
Arms,
the 11-yard line. Why
Ram-Man.
are you throwing a Hail Mary?
You're on the 11-yard line.
You're on your own 11. You're on your own 11.
Oh, your own 11. Oh, okay. But it's first and 10?
89 yards, first and 10.
Wait, is the clock running down? Because it seems like you just throw for 10 yards.
40 seconds left.
The clock's going backwards. You're in
40
some
seconds
sort of
is a lot of time.
Tenet.
You're in some sort of Tenet situation.
I guess I would
It's a temporal pincer movement being run by the Kansas City Chiefs.
I guess I would pick Scarecrow from Batman Begins.
Okay. But you're going against the Battletoads.
Oh, this is tough. Maybe Raphael.
I wish the listeners could see the faces of Entree and Jamie, who are fully relishing in this.
I'm probably going to go with Leonardo because he leads, but that's a whole different podcast that I can't get into. And
God help us. We're already in so many class action lawsuits. We do not need another.
Yeah, please don't start a Battletoads podcast. Look, guys, it's been great getting to know you, but we are running out of time. We just have time for one final feature on the show. And that, of course, is a little something called plugs.
Plugs for you and me. Plugs. Let's count to 3. 1, 2.
Whoa, that was heavy shit. That was Plugs 1, 2, 3 by Fluorescent Badge. Thank you so much to Fluorescent Badge for that wonderful plugs theme. If you have one, go hit us up and send them wherever people send them. I have no idea where that is. Jamie, what are we plugging here? Obviously, the wedding. What is it? The wedding chef?
The wedding coach.
Ah, the wedding coach.
On Netflix now.
On Netflix now, all 6 episodes. They're about a half hour each. This is, look, you could watch all 6 of these or The Godfather. They're the same amount of time, 3 hours. What would you suggest people do with their time?
I mean, I say binge it. I say don't watch The Godfather. We've heard about that movie for too long. It's time to
come on.
We need some fresh
a new
blood.
Godfather.
We need a new Godfather. We need a wedding coach.
That's right. All right, great. And Entree, anything you want to plug here?
Just several of my inventions, but I understand we don't have time for that. So otherwise, no, I don't.
No, there's not even like a show that you can watch on a rectangular device that comes on week to week.
Every once in a while, there is this show that I do watch on a rectangular device. Thank you. They call that a television, you dumbass.
Okay, well, you pitched it to me several episodes ago.
Well, your memory is impeccable, Scott. Yes, there is a program I enjoy. It's called Saturday Night Live. And yeah, I do watch that from time to time, but I don't know if I want to plug it.
Sure. You wouldn't maybe go that far, but it has been having a great year, and certain performers on there have been doing really well this year. And so maybe it might be amusing or humorous to watch such a show and to chortle or giggle at it.
Sure. So Saturdays, 11:30 p.m. Eastern time. I think it comes on at 8:30 p.m. Western
out here in Pacific
time.
Maybe in Chicago it's at 10:30.
Chicago, yes, exactly. So NBC Saturday Night Live, check it out sometime.
Yeah, if you've never seen it, now's the time to start.
Saturday Night Live getting the Comedy Bang Bang bump for once.
Well, if it makes it to 50 years, you'll know why, because we plugged it on this episode. And Jeoff and Geoff, what do you guys want to plug here?
Splooge Builder.
No, not your own. No, you can't do.
I mean, we're contractually, we've got to do it. We've got to plug Splooge Builder again.
How many businesses that you advertise are your own businesses? Are you the guys creating Splooge Builder?
You want us to plug somebody else's business, Scott? Fine. actionboys.biz, a Patreon podcast about action movies. I don't get it. Not enough sports talk
I don't get
for a
it.
guy
There's
like
almost
me.
no sports talk.
Minimal
I hear
sports
they
talk.
ramble on for a really long time in these episodes.
Every episode longer than the runtime of their movie. That is not necessarily a positive.
That's the promise.
But if you're talking dollars per minute, these guys are a good value.
If you have a job where you mop floors or just have to do a remedial task for hours on end, it's the perfect podcast for you.
Number one downloaded podcast amongst pizza box folders.
Wow. Well, I want to plug, I have another show, Freedom, that comes out on Thursdays. That's Paul F. Tompkins and Lauren Lapkus and myself. And that's just the three of us sitting around, having fun in my backyard and shooting the shit and then playing games. So check that out. Subscribe to it. All right, let's close up the old plug bag.
Don't mess around. Don't open that shit. Don't open that shit. Don't open that shit. Don't mess around with it. Don't open that shit. Don't open that shit. Don't mess around with it. Don't open that shit. Don't open that shit. Don't mess around with it. Don't open that shit. Open that shit. Don't mess around with it. Open that shit. Don't open that shit. Don't mess around with it. Don't open that shit. Open that shit. Don't open that shit. Don't mess around with it.
All right.
That was great.
Yeah, that was good. That's a new one.
Yeah.
That's Open That Shit by Public Speaking. Oh, interesting to name your band after something that is non-musical. But thank you to Public Speaking for that. And guys, I want to thank you so much, Jamie. Great to see you again.
Great to see you.
And Entree, I'm sorry that we couldn't make a love connection, but if you want to have a second date, we'll pay for it.
Okay. Well, in that case, yes. If somebody's paying, then yes.
Okay, because you're broke. You don't have a lot of those rectangles with the pictures of old white men on it.
Well, I don't dabble with those anyway. You know that I don't
That's
accept
right,
that
yeah.
form of payment anyway.
All
I-
with the
Bitcoins.
Yeah, with the
all
price of
Bitcoins.
Bitcoins going up the way they are, I'm surprised.
Bitcoins are going
Yes.
sky high. They're like the Frank Thomas of crypto.
I don't know what that means.
The big hurt.
If you had to name one former MLB player as a cryptocurrency, it would be Frank Thomas, the big hurt.
Guess so. I don't understand where you
Hands
guys are going.
down.
on
There's
this.
no argument.
Yeah, and guys, I don't know really what you're talking about really ever. On the sports side, certainly. The X-Men side, I'm doing okay on, but
That's right, Spooge Builder. Promo code SPORTS.
Splooge it up.
okay. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye. That's the way I really wanted to end this, so thank you. Bye.